All right, guys. So as we get started, there is a questions and answer button that you'll see on your bar. You can use that to ask questions live throughout the webinar. We can answer those live as we go through the presentation, or someone may answer that for you in the thread. You can also, there will be time to ask questions at the end, just like we always normally do. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We didn't have one last month. We did not have one. We just asked everyone to go view some of our previously recorded webinars. So we're excited to be back together tonight. First, we want to talk about Stem to Stone that's upcoming. That time of year again where some of you may have heard us talking about our Stem to Stone race, which takes place annually. And for those of you who want to join us, the registration is open. While many of us will be participating in the beautiful Columbia Falls, Maine, for those of us who live in the South, we are very excited about this because it's much cooler up there. At least we hope it's much cooler up there for those of us down south that are dying in this heat. But for those of you who aren't going to be joining us in Maine, you can join us from your own course at home. Grab a friend to do it with you locally, and you can register for the race online. You will then receive a bib and a medal in the mail. You can also purchase a race t-shirt when you register if you choose. You'll log your results to be included in the official race results. And we love seeing our volunteers in action. So be sure to take some pictures during the race and share them on social media, and don't forget to tag us in them. The best part about the Stem to Stone race is that each race registration supports our mission to remember, honor, and teach by sponsoring a wreath replacement on National Wreaths Across America Day. You can use this as a fundraising tool by encouraging everyone to use your group ID and location ID on the registration form, so your group and location can get credit. While we'll be running the race on July 27th, you can do it at your convenience if you're doing it virtually. This is a great fundraiser too. Get a group together, set a date, kind of run together, have them sign up, put those IDs into so your group and location get credit for that. And one of my liaisons will drop the link to learn more about Stem to Stone in the chat for you guys. Now we're going to talk about giving in July. Drawing inspiration from the popular marketing slogan, Christmas in July, the aim of Giving in July is to encourage individuals to consider sponsoring wreaths earlier in the year. While our fundraising program is all year round, Giving in July is an opportunity to highlight how our veterans and current military serve and protect every day, and it's never too early to make a difference in your community. This year, we're excited to provide all of our registered sponsorship groups with a chance to win. There will be 6 winners will be chosen in a random drawing on Monday, August 12th. One group from each of the 5 Wreaths Across America regions and one registered for Arlington National Cemetery will be chosen. The winners will receive 100 sponsored wreaths to be allocated to the participating location that they support. If you support multiple locations, we will ask you how you want them allocated. So how can you do this? So from June 1st to July 31st, all registered sponsorship groups that submit sponsorship dollars of at least $500, either online or through the mail, will be entered into a regional drawing to receive 100 free wreaths. So to be included in this drawing, your registered group must submit those funds, again, of at least $500 to Wreaths Across America headquarters with proper forms included. And again, that can be online or through the mail. The checks received through the mail must include a date within the noted time frame on them, and they must be postmarked by July 31st. For every $500 your group submits, an entry will be added to the drawing. So this is a cumulative. So if you send a check for $250 and you have $250 in sponsorships come online, that's going to be one entry for drawing. So you don't feel like you have to do exactly $500. It's all going to add up. And for every $500 increments, you're going to receive one entry. For more information on Giving in July, check out our volunteer resource page, or you can always reach out to your regional liaisons and they can provide you with some clarity on any of the fundraising and that opportunity to win those wreaths. So, as many of you are gearing up for some of our bigger fundraising events, we wanted to make sure you have all the resources you need. When you received your welcome email, you should have received a customized order form with your QR codes. You also should have received a tally sheet and a Wreath Across America Day poster. All of those have your customized QR code on them, and your group and location. All the information is already on there for you. So these forms are made for you by your liaison so that all you have to do is print them off and go. Remember, the QR code is going to be a great resource as people can scan it and it takes them straight to your Wreath Across America page. So that way it's easy for them to make an online donation without having to type any links. We know a lot of people still like to hand those checks to you guys, but we are seeing an increase in people just finding it easy to be able to scan those QR codes when they're out and about, hang the posters around town. You can kind of leave them around and people don't have to find stamps, mail it in, and do all that work. It's just a little bit easier. And we are finding people are finding that to be a little bit easier for them. And of course, those donations, sorry, something popped up on the screen. Those donations do go in a little bit faster if they come in online. So we have a ton of products available online for purchase that can be used to boost your fundraising efforts locally. A few of our more popular products are shown here. The point of sale kit is free, but there is a shipping fee. The point of sale kit is a great way to get local businesses involved. They can scan the wreath at the point of sale if someone chooses to donate, and it's added to their total. The business will also often feature this item for a specific period of time, and then after that, they will provide you with a check to send to Wreath Across America. You can use the check presentation to invite local media to generate more business for them and more sponsorships for you. So really, make a big deal out of it, make the business feel great about helping, bring in your community, let them see like what they're doing to support Wreath Across America. The QR code cards are convenient to keep on hand so that you can just pass them out quickly. And like we said earlier with the QR codes, that takes them right to your group or location page. So it's easy for them to donate online quickly. These are great to pass out in parades, at booths, or just keep it on you for when you run into someone in the store and they say, "Oh, you're with Wreath Across America," or they see you have wearing a Wreath Across America shirt. How can I learn more? You can pass that card out. And again, it's something small. It's not a big paper that they're going to set down somewhere and lose, stick it in their purse and maybe they'll find it, a month from now. But it's easy for them to just hold on to and quickly scan that QR code. The DIY wreath kit is another great tool for teaching your community about the meaning of the veterans wreath. The kit contains everything you need. The DIY wreath kit is great to use with the What is a Veterans Wreath printable sheets that are available on our volunteer resource page. That sheet tells you the breakdown of what each of those 10 bouquets stand for. And if you have an event where you'll be speaking, this will be a great visual example, and you can get other people involved by helping. And we have also found that it's very popular at schools where, a teacher might do this for her class or during an assembly for all the kids to see and kind of take a part in. The fundraising idea guide is a great place to start if you are unsure how to get started. You can access the fundraising idea guide on the volunteer resource page, where everything usually is. We're always talking about that volunteer resource page. That is going to be under the marketing material for events. You're going to get your group together. You can look through all the ideas and collaborate to select fundraising ideas that will receive, what will receive the most support from your community, because what works for one person, one group, one area might not work for another area. So get together and make those choices. Choose exciting events that will get everyone involved and will make people enthusiastic about, something that maybe no one else has done before, and it would be fun and get kids involved. We understand that these things can also get pricey. So for events with associated costs, consider requesting in-kind donations or discounts from vendors. Reach out to your liaison if you need help getting an in-kind donation receipt for any of those who may need them. And any event is a great opportunity to teach the community about the mission and other year-round Wreath Across America programs that they can be involved in. And don't slack on the setup of a table. Be sure to create an engaging table display using supplies from the Reads Across America online store and the free materials available on the volunteer resource page. If you aren't on our Facebook group for location and groups, you're missing out because there are some wonderful ideas of how people are displaying their local Reads Across America tables. So make sure you check that out for more ideas. I think there was actually some just posted in the last day or two that were very impressive. So make sure you're checking that out and taking advantage of that resource. It's a great way to not only see what other people are doing and getting fundraising ideas from them, but it's also a great place to ask questions and see what other people are doing. And backed by popular demand, we're going to talk about our Flag a Friend fundraiser, which is one of our more popular ones that groups just have fun doing. We have a template for both of these forms on our volunteer resource page. The idea is that you have someone's yard flagged, similar to the, you've been flocked with the flamingos. We're spreading patriotism with American flags. The person whose yard is flagged would then pay to have them removed, or they can pay to have them flag someone else. It can be a fun way to show your love for our country and raise money for wreaths. The Flag a Friend template, once again, can be found on that volunteer resource page. Cash calendars are another great way to raise funds online or in person with no cost. You can simply download our newly available cash calendar template, and then you ask people to pick a day and sponsor that amount. You can add check marks off on the days that are selected so that people can see the progress and know how their donation helped. You can either have them go online, or you can just collect those donations, via cash, Venmo, Cash App, any of those things, and then submit those funds all together. Whatever works best for you. This is, again, just a quick, easy fundraising that's pretty low cost and easy to just go out there and do. Social media is another great tool for fundraising. And again, can cost little to no money, usually when you're doing stuff, just sharing it online. So you can create a Facebook page for your sponsorship group or your location to encourage your community to get involved with Reads Across America mission. You can have a competition among members by having your members share their individual member pages on social media, asking friends and family to support their efforts. Maybe have a little contest where the winner, gets a prize. This is really great among groups like American Heritage Girls, Girl Scouts, Civil Air Patrol, where you have a lot of kids involved because they are very eager to be competitive and they want to be the winner. So it's a great way to get them involved and reaching out to their friends and family to bring in sponsorships. The wreath meter is a great way to share the progress towards meeting your goal and include the direct link to your group page so people can help you reach that goal. Make posts with a call to action asking for a specific donation amount to meet your goal. That is a great way to get people motivated to sponsor. So say you're sharing an image of your wreathometer, you only have 25 wreaths left to your goal, and you put that on there with that call to action like, hey, we only need 25 more people to step up to help us meet our goal. That's a great way to get people involved, and they want to, help you close that final gap. And it gives that good graphic when you share that wreathometer because they can see where you're at and how close you are to being done. Facebook fundraiser, can't talk here, guys. Facebook fundraisers, they are back up. I know some of you have been tracking that we had some issues, but thankfully we have been able to work with Meta to get that fixed. So you can now once again hold a Facebook fundraiser. You can do this for your birthday, which is the most popular thing that people do, or just any other event. Once your fundraiser is done, you would complete the Facebook notification forms on the volunteer resource page so that your group and location receive credit for that. Wherever you're sharing on social media, one important thing to remember is always share your direct link for your Reads Across America group page. If you are a location coordinator and you have a group as well, again, you always want to share that group page because that group page is what's going to give you that either the $5 back, the 3 for 2, whatever plan you're taking advantage of. If you share your location page, your group page is not going to get credit for that. So always share your group page whenever you can when sharing it on social media and when passing out stuff. And don't forget about our monthly messaging guide, which has Reads Across America branded graphics that make it easy for sharing on social media. You can find those on the volunteer resource page under the marketing materials for social media. And you can find those posted on the private Facebook group. And now we have Jeff Pierce, who is the Director of Broadcast and Media Partnerships. I
Wow, you
think I
got it
said that
right.
right.
All
He's
right.
going, I had it written
You
down. I'm
go.
not going to lie. And he is going to talk to us all about Reads Across America and media partnerships. So, how
Thank you.
about it, Jeff?
Thank you, Julie, for that wonderful introduction. And Most people ask, what is the broadcast and media partnerships job? Well, we have Reads Across America Radio, which I see a lot of folks on this call are Reads Across America Radio regulars. I'm not going to call anybody out specifically, but thank you for being on. I also note there are a lot of names I don't recognize on this list. So our goal with Reads Across America Radio is to talk to y'all on the station to showcase the great work you're doing. So when you have news, we'd love for you to share that with us. When you have a fundraiser, we'd love for you to share that with us. This helps you move the mission for Reads Across America and get more Read sponsorships by we give you a SoundCloud file that you can share on your social media, and that's something a little more dynamic for you to share than just the graphic. Kind of mixes it up a little bit. Not that the graphics are not good to share. It's important to do that too, but adding it up and adding the interview content and dynamic content will help you get your messaging out a little bit more dynamically. And then the other part of my job as director of broadcast and media partnerships is that we partner with other media outlets. So on Reads Across America Radio, if you haven't listened in a while, you can hear now over 60 unique shows on the station. So as some of us know, a podcast is like a radio show, except it's on demand. And so we flip the script on that, and we play podcasts at a certain time, and the podcast partner promotes on their podcast that they're on our channel. We promote that they exist, and it's just good old fashioned reciprocity and cross promotion. And how does that benefit Reads Across America? That's more people, the audience of the podcaster, that knows about our mission, and they help us move the mission. Most of our podcast partners also are $5 back sponsorship groups, because most people are involved in some other nonprofit endeavor, and so they're doing that as well to support the mission of Reads Across America. As everyone here knows, when people hear about Reads Across America and participate in Reads Across America, they want to help. So when you hear radio shows on your local stations that are veteran related, that's a criteria. It has to be either produced, the content either has to be produced by a veteran or veteran centric, veteran related. When you hear those things, we would love to hear from you so we can partner with those people. And we can help get the word out for Reads Across America. Also, if you need help with your local media, well, the entire communications team is available at your disposal to help you with your local media when you have local events, and you can certainly reach out to us. I used to be somebody, and we can help you interact with media in your local markets. So Reads Across America, if you haven't listened lately, it has changed quite a bit, but there are still some of the same things. We still have Michael W. Hale in the morning. He talks to our volunteers and veterans, Gold Star families, Blue Star families, and all of those things, and plays great music. And then we have the shows throughout the day. Of course, Executive Director Karen Worcester does a show called Mission Matters that will be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And you can hear her every week at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. So check us out if you haven't. I know that somebody put the link in the chat for the radio stations, also available on the iHeartRadio app. It's available on TuneIn, and it's available on Odyssey. And if you just search the word wreath on any of those apps, you will find us. We are number one in wreath related content. And
Interesting fact.
and and also right on the homepage, it's a little thing. It says Reads Across America Radio. If you click on it and press play, you will actually hear the radio station. And you can contact us if you would like to be on the station. The email address is now in the chat. Thank you, Julie.
Thanks, Jeff. We appreciate that. And I will say, for anyone who just has the desire to reach out and they want to share their story on there, but maybe you're a little bit nervous, if I can do interviews with them, which they force me to do sometimes, anybody can do it. They make it very easy to talk to, and there's tons of good stories on there that you might need some tissues for some of them, but it's really cool to hear from our volunteers and just all that they're doing all year long. So appreciate you taking the time to tell us all about it tonight, Jeff. And that is all I have for you guys. So now we're just going to open it up for questions. It can be related to this webinar or just Reads Across America in general. You can just go ahead and either unmute and start asking the question, or you can raise your hand. Go ahead, Don.
I got an email and I need the W-9 filled out and sent in. You get some things and you can type it in online and then send it in. This one I printed off. I guess I'm asking you a computer question, but is there a way to download that or to get that where I can type in on the form and then just send it in from there? Or do I need to go with, I got the form here. I can fill it out and mail it back, I suppose.
Yeah, that would be the way I would do it. But I think Rochelle is actually, I'm going to put her on the spot. Rochelle, do we have one that you can fill out online and submit?
Yeah, the form that I sent out is an autofill form. However, there are some that don't have the ability to e-sign and put the date, so they may have to print it out and sign it and date it. You can either then print it out, mail it in, or go ahead and scan it and email it back. If you don't have a scanner, you're more than welcome to take a photo of the complete form with your phone and email it to me that way.
You said the complete form, the one page looks like what has to be filled out. The rest of it's directions on how to fill it out.
Correct. I just, by the complete form, I just mean get the whole form in the photo.
That page one.
Page one, yes.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome.
Our resident W-9 expert over there. All right, Rebecca, you got your hand raised?
Yes, I do have a question. We had some people from some of our groups take advantage of the 2-for-1 in middle December to middle of January. Does the number that shows up in the website as to number of wreaths obligated to a site include those that are going to be coming free, or is it just the ones that were paid for?
Your 3-for-2 wreaths are going to be included in there. So if you're just looking at the location page, like on the front where the wreathometer is, that is your total wreath sponsor. That includes all matched wreaths, all 3-for-2 wreaths, all of that. If you go into your wreath count report, you can actually see, which is in your managed pages where you have to like sign in and go, that will actually give you a breakdown. You can see where it's going to tell you, this much was sponsored, and it will have there's one wreath that was paid for, one wreath that was matched, and one wreath that was 3-for-2, or however that works out. It's going to give you the breakdown there, so you can actually see how that is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we do have on our volunteer resource page, again, we do have a dashboard tutorial that kind of walks you through how to read those reports and stuff. And then we did have someone in the chat that just asked how they can add a second location if they have 2 locations for our supporters to select, or they want to add a second. So there is no limit as Janelle said, to how many locations a group can support. You can either sign those locations on to support them. If they're a new location, you can be the location coordinator for them as well. Or if you're a sponsorship group and you have 4 cemeteries in your city that are participating already and you want to support them all, you can add as many as you want to your page. And do we have any other questions?
I do.
Go ahead.
Is there a form? I like to purchase wreaths and give them a notice to someone that I purchased that as a Christmas gift for them.
So like you sponsored it for someone as like
Correct.
a Christmas gift.
Mhm.
So we don't have it like on our resource page, but that is something, if you do it online, you can request to have them notified, like an email notification, or you can do like a mailed letter that would say like you can do it in honor and memory of. So like if you're doing it for in their honor or in memory of someone that they knew that served, you can
Mhm.
do it that way. But we
Okay.
don't have like a template necessarily on the resource page you could download.
Okay. Could we make up our own?
Yeah, you can certainly do that if that's something you would like to use. I would just request that any materials like that you are creating, you want to make sure you share it with your regional liaison. That way we can just make sure that we approve any marketing materials like that for branding purposes and stuff. And sometimes we can actually help add stuff to them.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sue. I'm looking, there was who is our contact at Wreaths Across America for information on requesting donations or grants for a business. So if you're looking for information on requesting donations or grants for businesses, like Stephanie put in the chat there, it is grants@wreathsacrossamerica.org. You can also, again, always reach out to your regional liaisons. If you're not sure where to go, your regional liaisons will get you wherever you need to go. They'll get you to whichever department and whoever may be the best point of contact there. I think if you, for someone just asked about trouble logging in, if you are having trouble logging in, you again will contact your regional liaison. They'll just need to check to make sure. Might be sometimes the emails get locked out. Sometimes you change your email and forget to tell us, and so we just need to make sure we get the update in the system. And I am going to click on the map right now. This is your breakdown of who your regional liaison team is. So you can see over here, depending on which region you are in, who your point of contact is over to the left. That is who you would want to reach out to for any questions regarding anything that we didn't answer tonight or anything that you may have trouble with. They are going to be your take care of everything for you. And this is also on our volunteer resource page, this map right here with those contact informations. I think I have got all the questions. I don't see any more in the chat. And if I missed one, someone can.
Julie, we have a question about, can you walk us through the volunteer resource page for commonly used resources?
Wow, there's a lot on there. So I couple of things that I would highlight is, depending on what you're doing, is you're going to go to, if you're getting ready for an event, go to that, the marketing materials for an event. And that is going to be your most commonly used resources for events, for tables, marketing materials for teaching. That's going to be where you're going to find like the fact sheet, the Wreaths Across America timeline, which is just great things to have if you're going to be like, if you have a presentation coming up and you're going to be talking about Wreaths Across America, you want to make sure that you're giving them like the facts about that, or just to have it available there to be able to share with other people, because the history is really cool, like how it started, where we started. and how much we've grown. And so lots of different materials on there. Those would be, I think, probably the two most used areas where you could go. Oh, also the marketing materials for social media, where we have the graphics and stuff like that that you can download. It's really, there's a lot of stuff on there. That page is the most clicked page in our entire website because there's just so much stuff on there that is available that's just useful. So I would encourage you to just take time and just kind of like click on some of the different things based off of what you have coming up and look through them, because there's a lot on there. All right. Well, I don't see any other questions at this time, so we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And I thank you all for joining us and taking time to just hear some of the different ideas that we have to share. And again, if you ever need anything, reach out to your regional liaison team, and they are going to be happy to take care of you guys. And thank you. Hope you guys all have a wonderful evening.
Good night.